Alright, fine, I'll review it. I'll actually sit down for a chance, actually focus on Monday Night Raw, and I will actually try to review it and talk about it. Talk in depth about it. Talk about what happened on this show. Talk about how this was the go-home show to the 2021 Royal Rumble pay-per-view. As we should be excited because WrestleMania 37 is on the road. We're about 70 days away or so. 80 days, I don't know. I lost track. I should be pumped as I am when I come out of Friday nights. But coming out of last night's show, who in God's name thought last night's show was a go-home show before one of the biggest events of the year, the Royal Rumble pay-per-view? Because I sure as hell completely forgot that the Royal Rumble is coming up on this Sunday because of how poorly this show was and just how much worse Raw gets every single week. This show, if it wasn't for that Edge promo, this show would have been a complete F. I was this close to giving this show an F. And for the first time in a few weeks, I actually sat down and tried to focus on Monday Night Raw and actually see what's going to actually happen. I should have known better. I am guilty, as some other hardcore fans are, to actually sit down and give Monday Night Raw a chance. This show was garbage. Jeez, oh man, I felt like I wasted my time. There's some weird pattern going on here, and apparently there's only a select few superstars that matter, because everyone's getting 2 or 3 matches now a week on Raw. They're breaking up tag teams that are actually excellent. They're making others look stupid, and then everything just feels like when it finally ends, it's like, okay, why did I just watch that? What was the point of this? Why do we have to do this? How did that ending get me more excited for this to happen at the Royal Rumble? How did this show benefit anyone? It didn't. Just another show showing that, 1, they are doing this on purpose, or 2, it's just to please a 75-year-old man sitting at his desk at the smallest little thing going, ha 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 ha, that is hilarious. Correct! Isn't that funny? Correct! I literally, anymore, when I come up here to review Monday Night Raw, you see, last month I was burned out completely and didn't really want to review any shows. At least, most of the shows I want to review now this month, I'm excited for. Raw, I literally have no desire to review. But I like to keep things consistent, so I'm coming up here and talking about this show. What is going on, guys? After this long rant of introduction, we're 5 minutes in. This is the Club of the Man 1993, and I'm going to talk about this garbage episode of Monday Night Raw, the go-home show for the 2021 Royal Rumble pay-per-view. And dear God, like I said in this long introduction, this did not feel like a go-home show. This did not make me feel like I was... This didn't make anything exciting for me for the Royal Rumble. Again, seriously, who on Raw is even qualified? Feels like even, you watch SmackDown, you feel like people are being built as favorites in the Royal Rumble match. Who on earth from Raw, for both the men and the women, feels like a favorite? To me, the favorites are on SmackDown. Raw, other than maybe Keith Lee, and obviously after tonight, Edge, seriously, nobody, even for the women. I mean, maybe Alexa Bliss, but I doubt that. I feel like, at this point, again, Bianca Belair is the best choice to me to win the Women's Royal Rumble. Because, seriously, who else is there? I mean, this show is not just boring, it was insulting! My opinion, of course, insulting! And I hated it. I hated the show. I hated it so much, I even fell asleep in the last hour. I missed the Edge promo, and I had to go back and listen to it live. Well, listen to it on YouTube. Because I was tired. I fell asleep. This show did not interest me whatsoever, and I even tried last night. I tried to sit through Raw and enjoy it. And I couldn't. Instantly could not. So, let's see who's in the live chat. Let me see who we got here. We've got Mark. What's up, Mark? Not too bad, but, obviously, the Rumble could be better. He's worried about this year's Royal Rumble. Me too. I mean, last year, I know we had some concerns as well, but we pulled it off and it ended up being a pretty damn good show. This year, I don't even know. I don't know if there's anything saving this year. Like, I was considering, because I'm having some friends over to watch the Rumble on Sunday, I was considering doing live reactions. But to me, there really isn't. I just don't think it's going to be worthwhile. I don't. I'm actually more excited to get off this stream and go watch last year's Men's Rumble match and do my recap and review of that one. I did the women's one yesterday. Be sure to check that one out. But, it's true, Mark. I completely agree. This year's Rumble doesn't have good hype. It doesn't. Fidget1764 saying there's still lag. There is. It's green right now. It seems okay so far, but keep an eye out, of course. Because so far, since there's been no word on NXT being a part of it, I'm worried there's going to be no surprise entrance. Yeah. I mean, the thing is they didn't do it for Survivor Series. I feel like they would, though. For the Rumble, at least. I feel like we may have a couple surprises. Let's hope. We'll wait and see. Don't tell me it's going to be just some... don't tell me Goldberg is going to show up in the Rumble or something. Dear Lord. Oh, good. Oh, goodness. Please tell me my windows were not open and no one saw into my windows when I said that. Do not suggest that. Forget I even said that. Please. They at least could have gave us a brawl. Yeah, they did. And you know what? I thought they were teasing that one time, but you know what it's set up for? A 6-woman tag team match. Holla holla playa. Oh, we'll get into that. I'm gonna rip that shit to shreds big time. Correct! That really is annoying. Correct, Mark. Tyler said the show was boring. Boring, waste of time, insulting, garbage. Do you think we could see the Messiah and the Man return this Sunday? Seth, yes. Becky, I don't think we're going to see Becky until either Raw or SmackDown after Mania. That's my earliest. I don't think Becky's going to be back in time for Mania. Even though we did see a photo of her training holding her newborn daughter, I believe it is. Yep. Nice photo. Of course, I wouldn't have recognized her because Becky's hair's not as red as it was before she left. I would watch WCW 2000. Again, I've never seen any of WCW in 2000. That's saying a lot right there. But yeah, so as far as I can see, we got that in the live chat. So let's just fly through this. Because again, I really don't want to talk about it, but I am. And like I said, if it wasn't for that Edge promo, this show would have gotten an F. But it just missed getting an F because of Edge. Because how could you hate Edge? But we'll talk about it. As I want to have no freaking energy to talk about this show, but we're going to talk about it anyways. The show opened up with Drew McIntyre appearing. And this was the first time in a few weeks Drew McIntyre has been actually live in person on Raw. Because, of course, he got diagnosed with the virus a couple weeks ago. It felt good to see Drew back. Thank goodness, he overcame it. And he came back saying he feels good. And he got very lucky. He got very lucky with just symptoms, just a little fatigue and loss of smell. But he's 100% now, and dedicating his match on Sunday to everybody who's dealing with this virus. He'd be out of his mind though to take Goldberg lightly. He knows Goldberg's an animal that came out of nowhere and rose to the top 173-0. He lists a bunch of people who ran through them like nothing and then disappeared for years, but the last thing to go in a heavyweight is their power. And Goldberg came back as the same animal he's been. and he's got a new streak. Every champion he challenges, he defeats. But on Sunday, though, that streak is going to end. Okay, passionate promo there. Good to see him back and whatnot. But then we got Miz and Morrison. Hey, shut up! Miz and Morrison. Hey, shut up! Correct! They come out and they're just like blah blah blah. We're gonna cash in Money in the Bank on Sunday. Blah blah blah. Yeah, let me guess. Is this gonna be? Oh, I'm gonna cash in Money in the Bank, but it's not going to count. And you want to know why? It is because what's it called now? It's because John Morrison handed over the briefcase and not the Miz, which again was still so freaking stupid. But they came out, blah blah blah. Then out comes Goldberg, and literally all he says is, "Drew McIntyre, you, me, Sunday, you're next." And then they take out Miz and Morrison. So that's all that happened between them face to face. You, me, Sunday, you're next. Again, just to kiss our butt saying, "Oh look, Goldberg's gonna be on TV." And I'm sure a lot of people are getting sick of Goldberg, and I hate to say it, but so am I. If I could believe that Goldberg's gonna put over somebody, except for, another time except for WrestleMania, then we'd be good. But the fact that Goldberg is probably, I got that bad feeling. I've got that bad feeling. This is not gonna. Guys, I don't know. I'm worried. I'm really, really, really worried about Sunday. Really, the moment Goldberg steps into the picture, I don't trust it. I don't trust him. After I did to The Fiend last year especially, I don't trust him. So, we got that. Then we get ready. We're getting ready for a match with Charlotte Flair and Shayna Baszler. The match barely even starts, and out of nowhere comes Nia Jax, and just causes a DQ. And then out comes Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke. So just because the fact that obviously Charlotte Flair has a common enemy with Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke does not mean they need to be a tag team, because for crying out loud, you look at the history, why would Charlotte Flair have any more allies besides her random tag team partner Asuka, since Asuka and Charlotte have been tag champions, how many weeks besides their random appearances on SmackDown have they actually done anything together on Raw? They feel so distant. There's no bond. There's no chemistry. There's no story there at all to them being tag champions. And like I said, to me, it's just to overshadow Charlotte over Asuka. Asuka feels like an afterthought right now because of all that. So we have this match, and Nia Jax interferes, and then Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke come out, and then out comes Lacey Evans, because obviously she has issues with Charlotte. Well, she's trying to get into Charlotte's head, probably doing some fancy stuff with Ric Flair. So then we have a 6-woman tag match. Do you want to know how this match ends? This match ends when Charlotte and Shayna are brawling outside the ring, and Shayna Baszler throws Charlotte in, and then takes her good old time getting back into the ring, but not in time for the referee to call a count-out. A 6-woman tag match with 5 of the 6 women in the ring ends in a count-out, when the person who got counted out was one of your most dominating NXT Women's Champions in history. Shayna freaking Baszler looked like a dumbass. And I sat there and I'm like, what the hell? What did that accomplish? How did that make anyone look Shayna Baszler that was a dominating force in NXT, and not some stooge who is protecting, of all people, Nia Jax. Huh? So then the heels are complaining, and the babyface is like, yeah, nah. Adam Pearce comes out and restarts the match. Just to make this match go on longer? To have a reason to? Well, it was sure as hell a dumb reason. So we're already getting dumb booking there. And then the match ends when Nia Jax, well, first off, Charlotte chased off Lacey Evans. Lacey pulled Charlotte out of the ring. Like she was trying to, get Charlotte out of the picture. But instead, she pulls Charlotte, lets Charlotte get up and face her face to face, and then runs away like a weasel. Which, how much sense did that make? Zip. Then we have Dana Brooke and Nia Jax going back and forth. Nia Jax did some type of choke slam, but it was so poorly done. She just recklessly just slammed Dana Brooke without any care at all whatsoever into the mat, and you can tell by the way Dana moved her head, she probably got whiplash off of that. If Dana Brooke is not in the Rumble match on Sunday because of an injury, you know why. Because Nia Jax, once again, just injures. Just reckless. Just isn't. But that leads to Nia Jax getting the pin. So the heels lose like idiots to a countout, then pin the baby faces. What was the point? What was the point then to just fill up TV time? Filler. Cause it is filler. Filler. Yeah, of course. I just took a Michael Jackson song and made it, into a bad thing. So yeah, that was a waste of time. Then we have Xavier Woods taking on Slapjack. And you thought we were going to be seeing Slapjack get the victory here. No, somehow Xavier Woods does, but then Retribution beats down on Xavier Woods, and then again Mustafa Ali then just does the same thing every single week. I want revenge on Kofi Kingston. Well, we get it, and again, credit to Ali, as I keep saying, he is doing his best to actually look like something credible. And he is, but once again, he does not have the surroundings to back him up, unfortunately. So repetition there, because it's the same thing, because they have nothing else to do. So they're just going to keep repeating everything left and right, and left and right, and left and right. And oh boy, I'm seeing now my things blinking yellow and red again. Oh shoot. Please come on, get out of that. Get out of that. Get out of that. Get out of that. Don't do this to me. Please. Has this Raw really been that bad that we gotta... Okay, we're good. We're good. Gave me a heart attack there. I think we're okay now. Alright. Anyways. So, I think we're okay. So. Moving on. From that, we then have this segment backstage where R-Truth's talking to Matt Riddle, thinking that the Hurt Business is getting ready to have like a surprise party for him. They come out, and Hurt Business first come out. They're smiling like nothing's going on, where it's like, okay, you keep teasing this breakup and it's not working. It starts off with them just praising MVP basically for, putting this together, which, very true. That is how, it should be. I agree completely, because MVP definitely resurrect these guys' careers until, of course, now they're going to just randomly break them up. And then Cedric Alexander starts running his mouth again. Tensions happen. And then R-Truth came out thinking that there's a party going on. And then it's like, no, it's not happening. Then the buffoons chasing after the 24/7 title come out. and try to take out Truth, but it does not work. And then Matt Riddle just attacks MVP from behind because he has a gauntlet match. So that was another waste of time. So then we have AJ Styles saying that he wants to give an opportunity to R-Truth to get into the Rumble match, but of course some people are saying, I have entered the Rumble match, yet they didn't have to qualify, but others have to, and I'm not even going to try again to figure out that nonsense at all. Oh yeah, and then what this was, Sheamus versus John Morrison, in which Sheamus beat John Morrison, but then afterwards, Miz was like, how dare you? How dare you? We know what, Sheamus? We're going to make this a 2-on-1 handicap match. And they do that, and Sheamus lost. So, the point, again, of making this a handicap match, in general, again, just freaking stream. Stop it. So, yeah, again, here we go. The stream's acting goofy again, so hopefully I can at least get through this without it crapping on me. Stop blinking red. Stop blinking red. Come on. The numbers are going back up on this. Come on, stop. Stop. Okay, we're back at green again. Okay, cool. I'm getting there, guys. I'm getting through this. So yeah, that happens and that happens. Then Charlotte Flair basically confronts her father and tells him he's old. Just for Lacey Evans to lay her out with a punch. Because that's great TV, right? Hey, Daddy, you're old. If they dare do Charlotte Flair versus Lacey Evans at WrestleMania, oh my gosh. That's going to be terrible. AJ Styles then defeated R-Truth with a calf crusher. Alexa first, and then we literally show the entire promo from last week of Randy Orton in his Freddy Krueger mask, or whatever the heck you want to call him. We see that entire promo just because they were just filling up time, filler. It's filler, filler life. And then Alexa has a segment basically talking about how much fun she had last week and how she didn't want to play nice. She doesn't want to play as nice either, down to she's going to win a shiny new toy. Just like, of course, The Fiend would always say. And then we had Matt Riddle basically take out everyone in the Hurt Business, make them look like buffoons, to get himself another shot for the United States Championship. And why should he get another shot? He lost clean to last once, and then he got beat down like an idiot again, but now he got another opportunity to earn it and make the Hurt Business look more like idiots and tease more of that breakup. You guys can tell I'm done. Like, I'm literally just breezing through this. I don't care. I don't care. So that happens there. Then let's talk about something that was actually good. This promo with Edge. So first I was ticked because I'm like, okay, you couldn't have left it as a surprise. But I feel like Edge returning to the Rumble this year would not have been a surprise anyway, so who knows? They needed ratings, so they're going to kiss up and randomly say, oh, Edge is here, by the way. So Edge has this promo, and you can tell he wrote this promo. He did this all by himself. He mentions how 2020 taught him that you can't sleep on tomorrow. Oh my goodness. You bet it taught that. You can't expect tomorrow all the time. You gotta fight for it every day. Pick yourself up and keep walking forward. 10 years ago, after WrestleMania 27, he went to bed as World Heavyweight Champion. He was on top of the world, but within a week, he had to forfeit the title, his career, and his dream. Referring to how he was forced to retire 10 years ago due to triple fusion neck surgery. And then his mom told him to just go do it when he said he wanted to be a wrestler. Those simple words just fueled the fire to make him fight for 9, and that's what stuck to him, for 9 years as he fought back to get back into the ring and finish his career on his terms. And he did. But then at Backlash, he got another reminder of how you can't, take life for granted when Randy Orton tore his biceps at his triceps in the greatest wrestling match ever. Not, but it was still a good match. So I put him on the shelf. But as he always says, you gotta fight. And he knows his mom would be saying right now, Adam, you just gotta go and do it. So with that in mind, he is entering the Royal Rumble. He knows the window closes more and more every day. So because of that, he needs to win the Royal Rumble. He needs to go to WrestleMania and main event and win back a title that he never lost. He's going to fight with every fiber of his being and every breath left in his body to make that dream once again come true. If you've ever been with him from the Brood days, you know what he has to try, and he thinks he can do it. You can tell Edge wrote that promo. And here's the thing, I'm going to say this again. I don't know, because Edge winning the Rumble, I wouldn't be as angry about. I mean, again, we're not getting Edge and Orton for the title. Like, I didn't want to see, I wanted to see that match. I wouldn't mind them doing a blow-off match of that feud. But like I said before, I don't think the title should have been involved. And I'm still not sure if I want to see Edge win the championship. If he does win the Rumble, though, I mean, he may have options. I mean, him and Roman, maybe, I would be okay with. Him and McIntyre, I'd be fine with. I don't know. Again, I'm still not 100% set on Edge winning the title back right now. I don't know, because again, it's just showing, like, right now, in the midst of where, we're lacking on star power, and yet WWE is bringing back, like, Goldberg, and Edge, and Orton, and several other, not, like, retired, but not part-timers. Again, bring back more part-timers again around this time, because they have nobody else, no other star power. And they're expecting this WrestleMania to be a 2-night show. I don't have as much faith in it this year. But can't deny that it was a great promo by Edge. And then again, he's not the worst pick to me to win the Rumble match. But if it's going to be set up Edge versus Goldberg, Edge versus McIntyre, I'll take. Edge versus Roman, I'll also take. But, well, first off, we can't put the title on Goldberg. Please don't do that. But, we'll see. But a good promo by Edge. Again, like I said, definitely you could tell he put everything into that promo for sure. And then the main event, Alexa Bliss versus Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship. Basically the same exact match as last week, except for the fact that Alexa Bliss at one point turned back into her old self before she got brainwashed by the Fiend, and then she turns into Lexi Quinn Alexa Bliss, and Asuka throws a few strikes at her, and then Alexa just basically let them all bounce off her like if she was a brick wall. And just when it looked like Alexa Bliss was about to win, here comes Randy Orton, just measuring up Alexa Bliss, hits an RKO on Alexa Bliss, but as soon as the RKO hits, that's the show. So, did Asuka win? No. Did Alexa Bliss win? No. It's just RKO, that's it, we're over. That's how everything felt in the show. Okay, that's it, we're over. Or, oh no, we gotta give this more time, so have Sheamus and John Morrison 1-on-1, and then make it into a handicap match. Miz was being so tough, like, you think you're so tough, you think you can do this? Well, why don't we fight in a 2-on-1 handicap match? And of course, Vince got more joy seeing Lacey Evans and Ric Flair have some fun, even when they, like I said, I have no desire to come up here to talk about this show. This is the only stream I do weekly now that I have no interest in talking about. None. This show sucks. And just like this, my internet right now, because apparently it's blinking. Oh, we're good again. Okay. This show just sucks. And once again, this seriously did not feel like a go-home show to the Royal Rumble. It was a waste of time. Nothing was accomplished. Like, this didn't even feel like. The only time that felt like it was actually hyped towards the Rumble was when Edge talked. Other than that, nothing on the show mattered. Absolutely nothing. And that's my review of Raw, guys. D-. D-, almost an F. So, with that being said, before we go off the air, let's check the live chat and see what we got here in the live chat. Let's see here. What's up, Elite Squad? Gave the show a D+. Tyler gave it a D. Mark gave it a D only because of Edge. We've got Robbie in the live chat. Robbie says, Charlotte versus Lacey, the feud that could have happened in 2019 and gave Lacey some credibility. But no, we do it almost 2 years too late. In some cases, that is true. And I also do see that Robbie sent a voice message. Tyler says Edge is back. JR, what's up, JR? The Undertaker, you know that they're going to fight someone to bring Undertaker back and wrestle. Oh, yeah. I'm hearing the rumors about it already. If they bring Taker back and already cancels retirement again, you know, it's just going to running gag with Taker, unfortunately. But Vince always does things too late, Robbie. Oh, that is true, yes. For sure true. But before the stream craps out, let's listen to what Robbie has to say.
Mikey! Come on, man. You know it's not one of your live reviews without me chiming in, you know,
sure
because I am, of course, the king of sound style. But over the weekend, man, I started getting this tingling inside. Like, I started to have this fire kind of rekindled in me. So, Mike, can you say fantasy booking? I may not be able to say much, but I'll just leave you with a little hint, with 4 little words. Quest for the crown.
To be continued. After some time off, a little bit of an absence, let's say, could we be seeing the return to YouTube of hashtag Please Sign Robbie, the return of the king of sound style, return of another member of the 4 horsewoman, almost said horsewoman, my mistake, the 4 horsemen of the YWC. As of now, I see I'm really the only horseman who is constantly posting here out of the 4 of us. Myself, Gene from BSP Wrestling, Daniel Gaiza, and Robbie One Kenobi. But 1, we all have lives to move on to. And 2, what's there to really talk about? But, no yet, but could this mean that Robbie One Kenobi, my friends, is on his way back? We'll have to wait and see. Guys, that's going to do it for this review. Again, I literally didn't care about this show, and I didn't want to review it, but I did it to remain consistent as always, and I gave it a D-. So, for the remainder of this week, immediately following this show, I'm going to be turning on last year's Royal Rumble match over the men's. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to do my recap and review. I have a pretty booked weekend this coming weekend. I have plans Friday night. I have plans Saturday night. And, of course, Sunday's the Rumble. So, I am going to be trying to keep up with my streams as best I can for the rest of the week. I'm going to try to squeeze other things in between. Rumble predictions, AEW Dynamite review tomorrow night, NXT review on Thursday. Not sure when I'm going to do SmackDown review, probably not till Saturday, and probably maybe not till Sunday. I'm not sure which day I'll be, Saturday or Sunday, I'll be doing my Rumble preview and predictions. I did also finish catching up with NXT UK, but I'm going to wait till after this week's episode, probably not till next week, to do a recap of what's been going on with the UK brand. So that will be then, and then we will go from there. So guys, what are your thoughts on Raw? Did this show at all get you excited for the Rumble? Did this even feel like a go-home show? Do you feel like anyone from Raw, men or women, should even be considered a favorite to win the Royal Rumble matches. Be sure to leave your thoughts down in the comments section below. And be sure as always to slap a like on the video, subscribe or comment to my channel, and follow me on Twitter at TheManAirboy93. Till then guys, I'm checking out. I'll see you all later. Have a great rest of your night. Peace out everybody.